right, what up, athletes? Here we go, Nutrition 101 for athletes. This is a big topic when you start talking about next level sports performance, right? You might be with your peers and you can get through and you are all doing the strength training. Well, guess what? We still have 23 other hours of the day that is gonna set you apart as far as performance from your peers that are staying at this level, right? So we're a couple different areas that we want to talk through here. One is food is fuel. If you guys do not understand this, right? I get so many people and athletes in general are like, oh man, he's a real picky eater. The parents are talking about the athlete as a real picky eater. Oh, he won't eat this, he won't eat that. It doesn't matter what it tastes like. Food in the performance world is fuel. If you don't put the right fuel in your car, there's no way your car will run. It just won't perform the way you want it to. If you put the right non-oxygenated gas in and you put the high level, diesel in, those things are gonna help your car run efficiently in a very fun and fast sense, right? Performance-wise, it's gonna accelerate. But over here, most people are like, oh dude, I don't wanna eat that. Too bad, plug your nose, eat it, put it in, right? Like you need the macros, you need the micros. It might not always taste good, but if you want to build strength, you need to have the protein. If you want to get faster and you want to have the carbohydrates to support your energy output, you have to be putting in the right carbohydrates and the right sugars to get you that output. If I put in a bag of candy versus healthy fruits, my vehicle's gonna perform different with these two options, right? The sugars and the carbohydrates that are driving your performance are different. So we have to understand food, fuel, we have to put in the right things to fuel my car on the back end with performance. Okay, the second part, the timing of it. Every time I go to get a workout in, right, there's a pre-part of this workout. So if I can get a little bit of extra fuel in my car here and top off the gas tank, now from the time I start that workout, I'm gonna be burning down the gas tank. But if my gas tank's only half full, I'm gonna max out and I'm gonna already hit bottom halfway through my workout. So if I get a little pre-snack in, that brings me some good sugars, brings me some good carbohydrates, my body can easily and quickly use that sugar during my performance. Again, I'm winning. So the pre-workout. Then I've got the during. During is a lot more of the hydration, right? Unless I'm going super long durations, I have to be able to eat during, I have to be able to put recovery methods in as far as nutrition to get me prolonged performance, right? But if I'm going anything less than an hour or right around an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours even, I can just work on some pre, I replenish my fluids during, and then my post is really important. Now when we start talking post nutrition, what happens is anytime I'm working out, I drain my fuel tank. And what that means is my muscle glycogen, my liver glycogen, I burn those fuel sources to get me the performance that I'm going for. But on the back end, I have to replenish those sources of glycogen so that my body has stores again to do the next practice, to do the next practice the next day, right? And continue this cycle through. So we have to be working on nutrient timing. We need high glycemic index foods right after our workouts. What that means is that it breaks down fast and it brings those nutrients into my blood in a very fast manner. That's what's gonna restock that gas tank, right? You've all been at a gas station and you put the nozzle in, it's like, oh my God, this takes forever to refill my car. And then you go to the other one, it's like a turbocharge, right? It's like, whoa, just throwing gas into the car. You're like, wow, that took 30 seconds to fill up my car. I love this place. And you're gonna come back to it every time because it goes in such a fast manner. That's the same way with your nutrients. When you have high glycemic index carbs, it replenishes the sources really fast, and now my body's ready to perform again. So if I don't have a lot of time in between matches or in between games, etc., or recovery methods, right? If you have a workout in the morning, you have another workout in the afternoon for practice, you have to be able to recover in between there, and that's where nutrient timing comes in with high glycemic index carbs. So right after, high glycemic index carbs and protein right after. Now what that's gonna do immediately, so a protein shake, will get into my system really fast, okay? So I have whey protein and I have casein protein. Casein shakes are more the bedtime one where it's gonna help slow digest and recover you throughout the night. Whey is gonna try to get into your system as fast as possible after your workout. So anytime I have a workout, eat some high glycemic index carbs and put in some whey protein. Now it's gonna quickly recover. Now, if I have some time in between, 4 or 5 hours in between my training session here and here, I have to be putting in solid foods. Those foods are going to slowly digest over time and deliver a long drip of the nutrients that I need. This is gonna be a fast response. It's gonna give me 60 minutes of recovery. I need a couple more hours of recovery because I just went through a hard workout here. So putting in your lean proteins, putting in your healthy carbohydrate sources, your fruits, your vegetables, your rices, your quinoas, all of those are gonna help give you that prolonged recovery process after with your nutrition, okay? So that's very important to understand. The second part, if you wanna perform at your best, you gotta understand what you're putting in as far as fluids, right? Every time I work out, every time I sweat, I lose electrolytes. I have to be putting in some sort of electrolyte balance into my fluids that I'm consuming and drinking throughout my training process. The second part, if you're drinking pop equals poison. It will literally, in the inside, create these metabolism responses that are not desirable. You'll get these highs and these crashes, and your body doesn't know how to use and process those sugars, so it starts to store it as fat. It starts to limit your performance because of the fluid that you're putting in with the pop, right? And yes, there's zero sugar. Yes, there's all these. Just don't drink it, right? If you want to get to the next level of performance, do not drink pop, do not drink soda, do not drink Monster energy drinks. Get rid of all the crappy fluids that you're putting in your body, replace it with water, replace it with healthy electrolyte options, and that will change your performance on the back end with your fluids. So we've talked through a little bit of timing. We've talked through the nutrient as far as food as fuel, and we talked through how to replace your fluids. Guys, that stuff will take you to the next level. Versus 80% of your peers are gonna be stuck over here. If you truly wanna get to the next level, you have to be able to dial in your nutrition on the back end. This stuff will change the game. If you guys want more, download the nutrition guide for athletes. It will give you healthy meal prep options. It will talk you through the protein options. It will help guide you guys through getting started on the right nutrition behaviors to support the performance output and the goals that you have over here. All right, guys, get after it, keep crushing it, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.